The Boy and His Monkey: An Adventure in the Whispering Forest. In a quaint village nestled at the foot of rolling green hills, there lived a cheerful boy named Leo. With twinkling blue eyes and tousled brown hair, Leo was known throughout the village for his kindness and curiosity. His closest companion was a playful pet monkey named Miko, whose mischievous antics and clever mind brought joy to all who knew them. One golden morning, as the sun cast a warm glow over the rooftops, Leo stretched his arms wide and gazed out his bedroom window. The gentle breeze carried the sweet scent of blooming flowers and the soft melody of birdsong. "Miko!" Leo called softly, turning to his friend who was perched on the windowsill. "It's the perfect day for an adventure, don't you think?" Miko tilted his head, his bright eyes sparkling with excitement. "Oh, he chattered eagerly, clapping his tiny hands. Leo laughed, his voice light and carefree. "Then it's settled. Let's explore the Whispering Forest." The Whispering Forest bordered their village, a vast expanse of towering trees that seemed to touch the clouds. Legends told of its ancient secrets and the magical creatures that dwelled within. As they set off, the villagers waved and smiled. "Be careful, Leo," called Mrs. Willow, the baker's wife, with a gentle tone. "And keep an eye on that cheeky monkey of yours." "We will," Leo replied with a grin, and Miko tipped his little hat in acknowledgement. The path to the forest was lined with wildflowers swaying in the breeze. The sun peeked through the leaves, creating a dance of light and shadow on the ground. Miko swung from branch to branch, occasionally tossing acorns playfully at Leo. "Hey now!" Leo chuckled, dodging an acorn. "Save your energy for the adventure ahead." As they ventured deeper, the forest embraced them with its serene ambience. The rustling leaves whispered tales of old, and the air was filled with the earthy scent of moss and pine. Suddenly they came upon a clearing bathed in sunlight, where a crystal-clear stream meandered over smooth stones. The water glistened like diamonds. "Isn't it beautiful, Miko?" Leo whispered in awe, kneeling to touch the cool water. Miko nodded, his eyes wide with wonder. He dipped his fingers in and splashed gently, giggling softly. They rested for a while, listening to the soothing babble of the stream. Birds fluttered overhead, their songs weaving a delicate harmony. After their respite, they continued onward, eager to see what other marvels awaited them. But as they walked, the trees grew denser and the path became less certain. "Miko, are we still on the right track?" Leo asked, a hint of concern in his voice. Miko climbed atop a boulder to look around, scratching his head thoughtfully. He murmured uncertainly. Just then, a rustling sounded nearby. From behind a thicket emerged a small fox, its amber eyes filled with worry. "Hello there," Leo greeted gently. "Are you lost too?" The fox hesitated before stepping closer. "I am," it replied in a soft, melodic voice. "I can't find my way home." Miko's eyes widened in surprise, and he glanced at Leo. "Did you hear that?" he whispered excitedly. Leo nodded, smiling kindly at the fox. Perhaps we can help each other, he suggested. We're a bit turned around ourselves. The fox's face lit up with hope. Oh, that would be wonderful. I'm Fern. Nice to meet you, Fern. I'm Leo and this is Miko. Together, the trio set off, sharing stories as they walked. Fern told tales of hidden groves and shimmering fireflies, and Leo shared his dreams of exploring distant lands. As the afternoon sun began to wane, they arrived at a fork in the path. One trail was sunny and inviting, the other shadowed and foreboding. Which way should we go? Leo pondered aloud. Before they could decide, a gruff voice echoed from the darker path. Well, well, what have we here? From the shadows emerged a tall, stern-looking hawk, his sharp eyes glinting. Travelers in my forest, he sneered. Fern shrank back, whispering, That's Harlan, the self-proclaimed guardian of these woods. He's not very friendly. Leo stepped forward bravely. Good afternoon, sir, he said respectfully. We're just passing through, trying to find our way. Harlan scoffed. No one passes without my permission, he declared haughtily. You'll have to solve my riddle or turn back. Miko puffed out his chest, chirping defiantly. We don't want any trouble, he said firmly, his tone steady. The hawk tilted his head, intrigued by the monkey's boldness. Very well, he acquiesced. Here is your riddle. I speak without a mouth and hear without ears. I have nobody, but I come alive with the wind. What am I? Leo furrowed his brow, deep in thought. Fern paced anxiously, her tail twitching. Miko tapped his chin, then suddenly snapped his fingers. An echo, he exclaimed brightly. Harlan narrowed his eyes. Is that your answer? Leo glanced at Miko and then at Fern, who nodded encouragingly. Yes, an echo, Leo confirmed. The hawk sighed, his stern expression softening ever so slightly. Correct, he admitted begrudgingly. We may pass. Thank you, Leo said politely, bowing his head. We appreciate your challenge. As they continued, Fern whispered, That was impressive, Miko. Miko grinned sheepishly. I've heard that one before, he admitted with a wink. The sun dipped lower, painting the sky with hues of pink and orange. The forest seemed to glow with warmth. Look! Fern exclaimed softly, pointing ahead. That's the glow of my family's den. Sure enough, a cozy burrow nestled beneath an ancient oak tree came into view. Fern turned to her new friends, her eyes shimmering with gratitude. I can't thank you enough, she said earnestly. How can I ever repay you? Leo smiled gently. No need for thanks, Fern. We're happy we could help. Miko nodded in agreement, adding, Friends help friends. Fern beamed. Well, at least let me guide you back to the main path. It's easy to get lost at dusk. They agreed, and as they walked, the sounds of the forest began to quiet. The gentle hoot of an owl signaled night's approach. "Here we are," Fern whispered, gesturing to the familiar path that led back to the village. "Thank you, Fern," Leo said softly. "Perhaps we'll meet again." "I hope so," she replied with a warm smile. "Safe travels, my friends." As Leo and Miko made their way home, the stars twinkled overhead like a blanket of glittering gems. The moon cast a silvery glow upon the fields. "Today was quite the adventure," Leo mused, his voice filled with contentment. Miko nodded sleepily. "Indeed," he yawned. "We learned that being brave and kind goes a long way." Leo chuckled gently. "You were very clever with that riddle." "Well," Miko said modestly, "we make a good team." They walked in companionable silence for a while, the soft sounds of the night enveloping them like a lullaby. As they reached the edge of the village, the warm lights from the cottages beckoned them home. They could hear the distant melody of a flute and the gentle murmur of families settling in for the night. "Home sweet home," Leo sighed happily. Climbing the steps to their cozy little house, they were greeted by the sweet scent of fresh bread left on the doorstep by Mrs. Willow. "Such kindness," Leo murmured appreciatively. "We'll have a lovely breakfast tomorrow." Inside, they prepared for bed. Miko curled up on his little hammock by the window, and Leo nestled under his soft blankets. "Good night, Miko," Leo whispered, his eyes growing heavy. "Good night, Leo," Miko replied, his voice barely audible as sleep embraced him. The gentle glow of the moon bathed the room in a peaceful light. Outside, the whispering of the forest seemed like a distant song, carrying the promise of more adventures to come. Leo took a deep breath, his heart filled with gratitude. "I'm glad we could help Fern," he thought. "And I'm grateful for friends like Miko." With those comforting thoughts, he drifted off to sleep, a serene smile upon his face. Far away, the forest sighed softly, as if bidding them sweet dreams. Moral courage, kindness, and teamwork can help us overcome obstacles and make lasting friendships.